Ukraine destroys over 600 main battle tanks and armored vehicles. Russia during invasion.
Голова колонны попала в засаду. Командир полка погиб. По остальным разбираюсь.
Destroyed Russian military vehicles on a street in the settlement of Borodyanka in the Kiev region, Ukraine. On the 12th day of Russia's invasion of Ukraine on Monday, Russian forces pressed a siege of the key southern port of Mariupol and sought to increase pressure on the capital Kiev. Kiev remains under Ukrainian control, as does Kharkiv in the east. With the overall Russian ground advance little changed over the last 24 hours in the face of fierce Ukrainian resistance. Ukrainian servicemen walk by a damaged vehicle at the site of fighting with Russian troops in Kiev, Ukraine. Russian forces are also pressing an offensive through the Russian-backed separatist Donetsk and Lugansk regions, although how far they have penetrated remains unclear. There has been heavy fighting around and inside the city of Sumy in northeast Ukraine, where Kiev said there was intense Russian shelling. Destroyed Russian army multiple rocket launchers with the letter Z painted on their sides in Kharkiv. Although Western observers point to a major Russian column of hundreds of vehicles outside Kiev, the front line is now just 20 kilometers outside the city, according to French sources. There has been heavy fighting in the vicinity of Gostomel around where the column is located, and the mayor of the town was killed by Russian forces, local authorities said. An interior view shows destroyed Russian Army all-terrain infantry mobility vehicle Tiger M on a road in Kharkiv, Ukraine. Ukrainian forces also retain control of the northern town of Chernihiv, which has seen heavy civilian casualties in recent days. Britain's defense ministry said Russia appeared to have made minimal progress on the ground over the weekend. Ukrainian servicemen are seen next to a destroyed armored vehicle, which they said belongs to the Russian army outside Kharkiv. Russia has besieged the strategic southern city of Mariupol, and attempts to evacuate an estimated 200,000 civilians from the city have so far failed. Taking the city would allow Russia to link forces pushing north from the annexed Ukrainian peninsula of Crimea with their forces from the east. A view shows destroyed Russian Army all-terrain infantry mobility vehicles Tiger M on a road in Kharkiv, Ukraine. The famed port city Odessa remains under Ukrainian control and has been so far spared fighting. But Ukraine's president Volodymyr Zelensky said he was aware of intelligence that Russia planned to bomb the city. Russian forces last week took the southern city of Kherson, just north of Crimea, and now appear to be moving on Mykolaiv to the northwest. A view shows a destroyed Russian Army multiple rocket launcher with the letter Z painted on its side in Kharkiv, Ukraine. The west of Ukraine remains largely spared from the fighting. The main western city of Lviv has become a hub for foreign diplomatic missions, journalists, and Ukrainians seeking safety or wanting to leave the country. Zelensky said Sunday the civilian airport in the central city of Vinnytsia was destroyed by Russian rockets. Rescue services said 5 civilians and 4 soldiers were killed. Russian Buk missile system vehicles on a road before a drone strike near Malin, Zhytomyr region, Ukraine, via Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Valery Zaluzhny. Russia said Wednesday that 498 Russian troops has been killed in Ukraine, its first announced death toll. Ukraine and Western sources claim that the real toll is far higher. Ukraine says around 11,000 Russian soldiers have been killed.
Голова колонны попала в засаду. Командир полка погиб, по остальным разбираюсь.